Hey all, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to talk about Immersion Corporation, stock symbol IMMR. I did not really plan to do this video today, but I found a pattern that I believe that the stock will be at least up 10 to 15% tomorrow and might be a great long-term stock, and I wanted to do this video so you can take an advantage of buying this stock if you're interested. I'm going to share some great things that I started noticing today, so watch full video. Click the like button below, share with your friends and family so they can also take an advantage, and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Immersion Corporation, stock symbol IMMR. The stock price right now is $9.42. I'll talk about four things: what Immersion Corporation does, how they make money. Third thing is why the stock can be up very soon, why it can explode very soon, and the fourth thing is my personal opinions. I'm not a financial advisor, so I would recommend you do your own research and your due diligence before you buy or sell stock. I'm not giving any stock buying or selling advice. Immersion Corporation is a unique company. Now, in the past, I did Aqua Bounty video, and I feel like this is a very similar pattern in terms of the events that are happening. When Aqua Bounty released that they are FDA approved, their stock exploded from $2 up to 5 times return and was $10. Now, very similar situation that may happen with Immersion Corporation. One thing to notice here is its market cap at the moment. Its market cap is 253 million. So it's not a huge market cap. One more thing to also notice is 1 year target here that the analysts have given is $12.50, whereas the stock is trading at $9.42. To take a step further, one more thing I found also is the recommendation trend, which is a strong buy. As you can see right here, in September they released the results for Q3 in mid-November, around 12th November, and the stock is a strong buy, as you can see right here, with the target price of $12.50. And they have been doing pretty good in terms of their revenue and other projection and the cash on hand that I'm going to talk very soon. But Immersion Technology was founded in 1993, so this company is around for a while. So Immersion Corporation is a developer and licensor of touch feedback technology that is also known as haptic technology. You might have already used haptic technology in the remote console and remote controls playing PlayStation. Haptic technology creates an experience of touch by applying force, vibration, or motion to the user. And this technology is used in VR, virtual reality, and other virtual objects with a computer or gaming console. And one of the things to also note that is, according to the United States Patent and Trademark Office and Immersion's website, the Immersion's patent portfolio includes 3,200 issued or pending patents, and they make money from licensing and royalty deals. The company improved their operating model and reached a profitability, so they're profitable after 2.5 years in the recent financial cycles. They generated earning per share of 11 cents on a GAAP basis and 15 cents on a non-GAAP basis. They see continued sequential improvement in terms of revenue and earning in Q4. So whatever the earning was in Q3, they're going to do a lot better in Q4 based on the guidance that was given by the company. Now, if the earning comes out per expectations, I believe this stock can be $13 or $14 or maybe $15 in no time. Considering if they hit the earning, if they hit the revenue, if they keep their cost under control. One more thing that also company mentioned, we remain excited about the PlayStation 5 launch in November 12. As previously announced, Sony Interactive Entertainment has a licensed and the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller utilize Immersion technology. Immersion collects royalty from each controller, and we expect more than one controller that will ship per console over the time. So once again, they collect money from every controller sold by PlayStation 5. Now, I'm not 100% sure how much royalty they get per sold console. So in 2020, so this is their income stream, this is the revenue streams, and I want you to pay full attention here. They have fixed fee license revenue, they have per unit royalty revenue, and they have total royalty and license revenue mentioned right here. Now, their fixed fee license revenue in 2019 was 4.1 million. That dropped down to 1.2 million. Per unit royalty revenue in 2019 was 6.4 million, which is also down in Q3 to 6.2. Total royalty and license revenue is 7.5 million compared to 10.5 million that they had in 2019. It's still not a bad thing, and I'll tell you why. Immersion Technology reported the third financial revenue of 7.6 million that did beat the consensus of 7.45 million. So according to the guidance, according to the analyst expectations, they did far better. Earning per share of 15 cents beat the estimates of 9 cents per share. The company reached profitability on a GAAP basis in third quarter. This is very, very important. The Immersion ended third quarter with $56 million in cash. Now let's take a look at the company's market cap. Their market cap is $253 million. Whereas the total cash the company has on hand is $56 million. For a company that is $253 million market cap, $56 million is a pretty high cash on hand. So that's one more thing makes me think that the company is heading in the right direction, and they have a lot more cash than they need to maintain their operations and cost efficiency. Once we do the financial summary, I'll explain a little more why the stock can explode. The total revenue is $7.6 million compared to 10.6 in the third quarter in 2019. Royalty and license revenue is 7.5 million compared to 10.5 in the third quarter. The GAAP operating expenses of 5 million declined by 58% from 11.8 million in the third quarter in 2019, which means they're putting efforts and they're pretty mindful of their expenses and overheads and operational cost, which is why they are profitable at the moment. Non-GAAP operating expenses are 3.6 million, that is declined 65% from non-GAAP operating expenses of 10.2 million last year. So I think these are all some positive and great signs. Now the GAAP net income is 2.9 million or 11 cents per diluted share compared to GAAP of net loss of 1.4 million in the third quarter of 2019, and which is why I do think that the company is doing pretty good and it is heading in the right direction. And the last thing is, as of September 30th, 2020, cash and cash reserve equivalent is $56 million. They executed multiple renewals, multi-year renewal with LG Electronics for the touch-based or TouchSense software and haptic technology for LG mobile devices. They developed a new automated way for touchscreen solutions with the active sensing technology. Once again, they own all these patents. They make money out of royalty and licensing deals. So they don't really make devices, they don't really make hardwares or anything along those lines, but they sell their technology to huge corporations. So every single time they sell a device, every single time they sell a remote control or sensors, they make money. Basically, their sensing technology, firmware, and automotive grade components that they have partnerships with a lot of big corporations, and that's how they make money. Sony Playstation 5 expected to launch on November 12th. Now, think about it. This is Q4 when PlayStation 5 launches. Every single time the PlayStation 5 sells, this company makes money in royalty or licensing deal, as I mentioned. Now, they're super excited and optimistic about PlayStation 5. They are receiving rave reviews for the advanced haptic capabilities of dual sense controllers. Immersion Corporation is another company that believes in themselves. That's why they started buying back their own stocks, and I'll go into those numbers as well. They're very optimistic about the future, the licensing deal that they have with PlayStation 5 and Sony, and they're expecting a pretty good chunk of revenue in starting Q4, and year-over-year revenue also will add up in 2021. From profitability standpoint, this was our best quarterly performance in the last 2.5 years, and we expect to see continued improvement in our profitability, both a GAAP and non-GAAP basis in coming quarters. So this is the guidance from the company, which is why company itself is bullish into their performance in Q4 and beyond, and which is why they started buying the stocks. Let's move to the balance sheet. Our balance sheet remains strong. We generated $1.9 million of positive cash flow in third quarter. This is also very important that the company generated $1.9 million of positive cash flow in the third quarter, which increased their cash and cash equivalent balance of $56 million as of September 30th, 2020. For the 9 months ended in September 30th, cash and cash equivalent declined by $33.5 million. And why? Primarily due to the completion of our buyback program, under which we used $30.6 million to repurchase 4.9 million shares in the first half of 2020, which means they started buying back their own stock. 4.9 million stocks they bought back by paying $30.6 million. Now think about it. Whenever insiders buy a lot more stocks, they believe in company more than anyone else. Otherwise, they wouldn't buy $30.6 million worth of share when the market cap is $250 million. So basically, they're buying a pretty good chunk. They're not buying $100,000 or a couple of $100,000. They're buying in big chunks, and which is what I wanted to explain, that this company believes in themselves. Aqua Bounty believed in themselves. They have a catalyst. When it came that they are FDA approved, everyone started believing in Aqua Bounty a lot more. Similarly, when PlayStation 5 shows their projections and numbers, everyone will start believing in how Immersion Corporation can make money. One more thing I wanted to show you, and this is a key. Look at what happened on December 28th, which is today. And this is the reason why I did this video today instead of tomorrow. I started noticing a pattern when the stock was $8. It hit the high of $10.32. The volume was 5.8 million shares. Now, general volume, if you take a look at this company and the stock, the general volume is in 100,000. It never traded in millions. What I see here, a big jump. The volume from today's trading day makes me think that there is a lot more interest in this company and the stock can explode. I think if I can get this stock at $9.50 tomorrow, I would be lucky. I don't believe if the volume sustain, I'll be able to get this stock at $9.50. Looking at the chart, overall chart, how the company performed in the past, the stock was $6-7 in 2016. That went up to $11-12 in 2017. Went back down to $5-6 in 2017 again, and went all the way up to $16-17, which came down, of course, to all the way right here, about $4 or $5, and right now it's $9. There are a few points I wanted to mention. The first and very important point is company believes in themselves. They bought back their stock of $30.6 million in 2020, which is a big thing. They bought back 4.9 million stocks. Second thing is they are profitable. They have $50+ million cash into their bank. Cash on hand is a very good thing for companies to support their operations, overheads, and cost. Third thing is PlayStation 5 is launching has launched in November this year, and there are some great reviews. Every single time the PlayStation and other devices that this company supports via their technology gets sold, they make money from the royalty and licensing deals. The fifth thing is the volume went higher all of a sudden. Now this stock was steady for a while, that maybe the market didn't notice what's going on, but the company believed in themselves. There is a strong rating from the analysts as well. There are some great projections as to what the company can do in Q4 and beyond in 2021. So all this makes me think that maybe if I get stock in the $9 to $10 range, I may buy this tomorrow. If I can get this stock in $9 to $10 range, I can buy, and it can be 2x. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice, so do your own research, do your own due diligence before buying or selling this stock. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel for future videos, and share this with your friends and family. Thanks all, and I hope this helps.